Hey Heartful Families, it is Mr. Justin. Today we're going to be working on a project that has to do with art. That's kind of been our focus this week. So our activity today is going to be making coffee filter art. This is kind of my finished and my finalized project. I've left it out to dry. It really doesn't take too much time to let it dry. But today, really what you're going to need is water, a coffee filter. This is like a giant coffee filter, and some kind of markers or something that has ink in it. So what you're going to do is that, well, and if you don't have coffee filters, they're super cheap to get, and you can do this project like multiple times. And so, like for Valentine's Day, you could make like hearts, or you can make like different shapes for different holidays or seasons. So it's definitely something you can utilize a lot. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your coffee filter, and there's kind of two different things that I used on mine. One of them was kind of these little daughters, and you're going to just basically dot your paper if you want in whatever kind of pattern you want, or if you want to make it look like a certain thing. Or you can also use markers, and so that definitely gives me kind of a different shape, more like streaks. And so you just want to use something that has ink, and so these kind of items really work really well. Things like crayons and colored pencils don't work as well because they don't have ink, and the ink's really going to be the part of this that makes the art project really work. And so once you're done coloring, and I suggest this. This is what I did: is I try to color pretty much the whole area as much as I could, because I feel like the more color and ink you put on the paper, it usually just tends to turn out really colorful and bright. But it just depends on what you're making. But you try not to leave a lot of white space. Especially for like the one I did, I colored it like all the way throughout. So yours can be just color it one color, or you can make. So I did like a rainbow. I kind of did, I did a rainbow. But you can also like draw a heart or anything you want. As long as it's in ink, it's going to work out really great. And so what you're going to do next is, once you're done coloring on this, you're just going to be getting a spray bottle and spraying it. Now, I definitely, if you don't have a spray bottle, I think just putting water on it in kind of like a spray-like consistency definitely could work. You just don't want to like dump a bunch of water because it might not make it look as good. But as long as you're just putting like a little water at a time. So you can already see the color and the ink is already starting to spread. And so just put it somewhere where you can let it dry, and make sure you put something under it so the ink doesn't get on anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this activity. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple, and it's really cheap to do. And now I'm going to just talk about just different parts of the curriculum that this activity covers. And so firstly, it covers fine motor skills, which is something I think with all the activities I've done, they've all covered and all helped children's development of fine motor skills. Any kind of art projects, that's why one of the reasons art projects are great, especially when kids are younger, is they are great at developing children's fine motor skills in like a really fun way that kids usually enjoy. And so like just holding markers, holding down the paper when they're coloring is great practice, and really builds like their dexterity for more like complicated things like holding a pair of scissors and cutting them, which definitely is a challenge when kids get older. So just kind of building those muscles are really important. And so like also, for instance, with mine, another thing this activity covers is patterns. And so I kind of just did mine in a rainbow pattern. But usually, like, so if it was a true pattern, it'd be like, I believe 2 or 3 more times. And so you should encourage your child to see, like, maybe they want to make a pattern or something, or make a certain type of design, and help them plan it out. That's a great thing to practice with your child, is planning before they actually do something, because I think it's very much a child's inclination to just go for it and just start doing something. And it's really good practice, just kind of hold off and think about what you want to do and then do it. Just kind of practicing for when they get older as well. And then, of course, this covers on the curriculum point that is basically art. And so it's allowing your child to express or represent whatever they're thinking or they're seeing or they're feeling in like two-dimensional art. And that's a great way because a lot of times kids don't have the speech skills to say everything they're feeling or thinking. And so sometimes like in art, maybe not this project or another, they're trying to say something. And it's really cool to see that happen and talk to them about what they drew or what they made. But that's pretty much it. I hope everyone really enjoys this activity as much as I have. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.